Education Minister Honorable Emmeline Pierce says her ministry and stakeholders are preparing for the full reopening of school on Monday, January 10th. That decision is being made based on guidance from the Ministry of Health and Social Security and considering the current COVID-19 situation. However, that decision is subject to change if the climate worsens. She was speaking as a guest on the GBN's Live to the Point program on Wednesday. Minister Pierce says government is comfortable with the decision to fully reopen schools and assures that the COVID-19 climate will be monitored daily to determine the way forward.
On the 99th moment, before Monday, we've always alerted stakeholders there can be a change. We are preparing based on the current guidance as of, yesterday evening. Ministry of Health, and I know there are concerns about the numbers. Where are we now? We probably at numbers we did not have in the last couple months. The Ministry of Health is saying, one, we note the instructions, we note the guidance from international agencies, the World Health Organization, as it relates to COVID spread in schools. We note what UNICEF and UNESCO is saying about children and learning loss, and we are comfortable based on the fact that this particular variant is behaving quite differently to the Delta variant. We are still comfortable with a full reopening.
Minister Pierce explained the protocols in place for each institution, which includes sanitization, social distancing, and the chain of communication in the event of a possible spread.
On entry, every child should be wearing a mask, right? And the principals are aware of what do they do if a child is not wearing a mask. You should not even be accepting that child, or you should be finding a way of providing or supporting or getting help from the ministry in that regard. Now, when that child gets into the classroom environment, as of this week, what is happening, the numbers would be very small. So in that school you're speaking about, I'm suspecting, let us say it's a pre or primary school, you probably might have about 20 students this week, or less than. Some cases might be 5 or 6 students. So they are physically distanced, right? In addition to that, immediately that the principal is aware that this child is positive or display any sign at all, whether it's a headache, the fever, whatever, the principal has actions, protocols to follow. Immediately contact the parent of that child. Immediately isolate. Immediately ensure that that child is removed from the compound. And there's some line of communication now, communication with the Ministry of Education. So it appears that that school has not communicated based on what the CEO said. Communication there is important.